There's a list in Luc's dossier of the types of missions for which he's suited: guarding or escorting, or any job that requires fighting. When his boss allows him a break from violence, he's sent on reconnaissance, because he passes for a 30-something-year-old human. At the top of the list of missions for which he isn't suited, diplomatic missions. The reason? A weakness in interpersonal communication. Now, standing in Elle's workshop, he understands exactly how weak his skills are. He hadn't intended to give her the ink in that manner. He hadn't been sure he was going to give it to her, despite disregarding his doctor's orders and spending half a day of his convalescence hobbling around Shosian County. But it had begun burning a hole in his pocket the second he'd seen her laugh, and a desperate emotion had taken over. Panic, most likely. But his dossier also says one of his strengths is that he doesn't panic. Madness, he concludes. Temporary madness. That's the only explanation for how he'd reacted to her. He's grown accustomed to the steady flow of her friendship and how he feels in her presence. He expects the pleasant warmth in his chest when she sees him, a spark of recognition lighting her eyes. The brilliance of her smile lifts the weight from his shoulders, causing him to smile in return. This time, in addition, it was as if something in him had broken free, like water bursting a dam, and the movement had carried him along until he and the gift were deposited at her counter. Elle enters, tucking the box of ink in her apron pocket. Their eyes meet. Luc waits, his response prepared. "It's good to see you," she might say, or, "How have you been?" She steps past him, turning away. Luc's stomach sinks. It must have been the gift. He hasn't explained himself. He's miscalculated the value of the ink. He's been too forward in presenting it to her. "Sorry about the mess." Elle sticks her hands on her hips, her back to him. "Give me a minute."